Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. Watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new First Manufacturing Enforcer jacket available at RevZilla.com. This is the Enforcer, new 417 from First Manufacturing. At a glance, you're looking at the mid-twos. You're looking at a leather which is much more premium than you expect in the mid-twos. And if you look at it, it's called the Enforcer. It's that classic, what I'd call that Brando-style classic leather motorcycle jacket look. It has a very law enforcement look to it. I think they named it appropriately. You can fit 2 guns in this jacket. I'm just going to show you in a little bit, but 2 guns, 2 holsters built in. Now, if we think about First Manufacturing, if you're new to them, they are actually a not-so-new brand. They've been around for a really long time. They are manufacturers, they are tanners, they develop the leather themselves, and they make products. And typically, they've made a lot of products for a lot of other brands. Now they're going direct to dealer, so we had them for the first time. And ultimately, when you really think about it, you're looking at some premium components here coming in at a very price point-oriented setup, and that's by skipping a few steps in the supply chain. So ultimately, you as the consumer, you as the rider, is going to get a little bit more jacket than you're expecting, and that's what we really like about it. Now, quick negatives out of the gates. Is it the most premium leather jacket we've ever seen? No. Does it come with armor? It doesn't, but for 20 bucks you can add it. So CE rated armor in the elbow and shoulder, and there's a foam back pad. So again, you'd have to upgrade that on your own. But all things considered, if you're looking for a classic law enforcement or almost perfecto style motorcycle jacket, again, and you don't want to spend $800 on a shot, you can get something here that's not overly branded that will work with actually a nice hand and a nice leather to it at 1.2 millimeter, and that will work for you. Now, briefly, let's talk about fitment here. And we have High-Vis Brian to my left wearing a size medium, and he does have the full sleeve 80-gram quilted liner in, so you can see how it fits when that liner's in. Again, it's fully removable. High-Vis Brian, 6 foot 195, 42-inch chest, athletic build. He's wearing a size medium. The size chart is completely screwed up for these guys. We're working with them on it. Sorry, it is. So if you looked at the size chart, it would actually put his 42-inch chest in about an extra small. Here's what you need to know. Go up 2 sizes. Or give us a shot and we will walk you through it. So for frame of reference, it's an American box cut. It fits along the lines of Icon if you want a gauge of how it's going to sit on the body. You can see he has plenty of room here, but it's not overly baggage. And again, at a 42-inch chest, 195, he's wearing a size medium. I'm probably right in between a medium and a small. That's because I come in at about $170. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking through the sizing. It's probably one of the biggest negative with these guys is because they're still getting the direct-to-consumer thing down. They're working through the supporting cast of docs and charts that help somebody get it right, especially when you're buying it online. Now, it does have a longer sleeve. You do have a gusset in the back, so if you're reaching for the bars or for apes, you're going to have range of motion and you're going to get great coverage. That is something that we're actually pretty excited about, and you do have some adjustability in different places. So keep in mind, we'll ship free over 39 bucks. I love you. Click our logo, subscribe to RevZilla on our YouTube channel, leave us your comments, request your feedback on the Enforcer from First Manufacturing. Now, diving into some of the nuances. We look at it. It's a classic asymmetrical, call it punk rock, call it law enforcement. It's funny that you say them in both the same sentences. It's that asymmetrical style. And what's nice about it is your collars and your lapels are snap down. So if you're riding, they're not going to flap around on you. You do have your epaulettes and this big YKK pull on a big YKK zip, which is beefy and stands up to the heft of this jacket, actually does have a vent behind it. So that's actually kind of a nice touch. Hand warmer pockets. You can see the way the sleeves are designed. Again, it's the same big beefy YKK pulls done in silver on everything. They're actually chromed out. And if we open this up, you're going to see 2 things. The first is that the main liner of this jacket's not going to be leather or satin. It's actually going to be mesh, so it's going to pull sweat away. So when I think about this, I think about spring and fall riding. Pull the liners out. You stretch it into the summer, but it's going to get hot. And if you beef up underneath, you could probably ride it down to the colder temps too because it's non-perforated. There's also this full sleeve thermal. That's an 80-gram thermal. Again, giving you that extension early in the spring riding season, later into the fall without having to add mid or base layers underneath it. So that is a nice value-added feature there. Turn face away from there to there, HVB. If we look at the shoulder, remember, there is no shoulder, elbow, or back armor included. For 20 bucks, you can add it. It's CE rated. The shoulder armor is a little smaller. The elbow and forearm is just fine, and the back's more of a foam pad. You'd upgrade to something like a force field if you want CE back protection in the back. And if we look at it, perforated panel here along this gusset allows you some extra room to move and reach for the bars, which is a really nice touch. And if you work your way down into the hip, you're going to see that this hip does have that chromed out buckle pulling everything together. Now turn face backwards for me there, HVB. If we look at the back, one of the things that you're going to see distinguishes a jacket like this at around that $200 to $300 mark versus $500, $600, $700, $800 jacket that's comparable style is the amount of panels. And that's just something you need to know going in. You're going to see different panels of leather, a few more seams than you might see at the higher end, bigger sheets of cowl from a same cowl, cost a little bit more to do. And if we look at the back, it's a nice clean pebbled finish across the back. There's no jeans loop to hook it to your jeans. I wish they would do that because I know a lot of folks are riding more casually and getting off the bike and rocking these in more casual settings. And the fact that it doesn't have a ton of logoing and ton of branding is a great thing. Come back around to the front for me. HVB, if we unzip it, I'm tired of undressing you, but I've been doing it for all these years. If we open up the interior guts, you're going to see there's my full sleeve liner. It's a circumferential zip. There is my concealed carry pocket number 1, concealed carry pocket number 2. I don't know if you can fit like Norton Ninja weapons in there, but you could definitely put guns in there. We'll just leave it at that. And ultimately, if we open it up, you're going to see your quilting there, and there's going to be your mesh along the inside. Again, it's not going to be satin. It's not uber premium, but it is mesh. It's going to wick sweat away. So all in, you have a very well executed asymmetrical classic law enforcement classic motorcycle style jacket with leather that ultimately is better than we thought it would be at around the mid $200. Check out the Defender if you want something a little more cafe oriented within the First manufacturing line, but ultimately I think they've set a new bar within motorcycles when you talk about basic leather jackets, value for dollar, and what other manufacturers are going to have to compete with. These are actually quite well done. And First Manufacturing, if you're watching this video, fix your size chart. I'll leave it there. The next step in your journey is to click the info button. Desktop, your mobile device. Visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews of the new Enforcer from First Manufacturing. You should not just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship free over 39 bucks. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com, 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion, the latest and greatest in the motor universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.